and talking like I'm a motherfucking acneo. Being around motherfuckers who looking like the saddest folks. Realizing they 40 years old, still caught in the loop. If that's what you wanna do, cool, you can do that. But I'ma be living that life with the newness. How the fuck I'ma do it? Right now I'm clueless, so whatever the masses say, a nigga gotta do it. Fuck, I hate I said that shit. Damn, a nigga so stupid. I could really just leave if I really wanna do it. But who am I fooling? It takes drive to do it. Got my foot on the pedal, but a nigga ain't moving. This life ain't as easy as they told ya. Gotta work hard, man, they never told ya. Gotta work hard, man, they never told ya. Gon' learn on your own, bruh. If they ain't playing with you, they ain't playing no games. You better stay up on your grind, man. Hey, cause they ain't playing with you, they ain't playing no games.
Hey, welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. Woman Wednesday. Don't forget tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Time on 2livestewsradio.com, the Ryan Stewart Show. Stay tuned to that. I think that'll be it'll be like his 4th episode. So, should be very, very interesting. 2livestewsradio.com. Yeah. So, I don't know if you've seen this story, man, but it's kind of like the big talking point on sports TV today, man. UCLA quarterback Josh Rosen discussed the academic challenges involved with being a college football player in a wide-ranging interview with Bleacher Report, saying football and school don't go together, and suggesting that Alabama would not be as successful if the Crimson Tide were to raise their SAT requirements. Yeah, he went there with that. Rosen has been outspoken on the issue of amateurism in college sports, told Bleacher Report that human beings don't belong in school with our schedules. When asked about the inherent conflict of being a college student and a football player, he referred to Alabama, which has won 4 of the past 8 national championships. Look, football and school don't go together, Rosen said. They just don't. Trying to do both is like trying to do 2 full-time jobs. There are guys who have no business being school, but they're there because it's the path to the NFL. There's no other way. No one in their right mind should have a football player schedule and go to school, he said. It's not that some players shouldn't be in school. It's just that universities should help them more instead of just finding ways to keep them eligible. Anytime any player puts into school will take away from the time they could put into football. They don't realize that they're getting screwed until it's too late. You have a bunch of people at the universities who are supposed to help you out, and they're more interested in helping you stay eligible. There's so much money being made in this sport. It's a crime to do everything you can to help the people who are making it for those who are spending it. Josh Rosen never lied. Now, what he did, he actually went a little bit deeper into the conversation than Cardell Jones did a couple of years ago. Remember Cardell Jones, quarterback for the Ohio State Buckeyes, tweeted out like he didn't come to school to learn. He came to school to play football, and he just left it at that. He didn't really get into depth about the conversation, but at the time I said the same thing as well. What he's saying actually, for a lot of people, not all people, but for a lot of people talking about Cardell Jones is actually true. Like Josh Rosen talking about, the schedule that college athletes have, man, make it hard to really focus on studies. That's as true as the statement I've ever heard in my life. And I've said this before on this show as well, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Like, you can't be the best team in college football and have players that actually go and study and pay attention to studying. Now, listen, don't get it twisted. There's been a lot of great student athletes, a lot of people, a lot of kids that have had the opportunity to get a college degree that wouldn't have had that chance if it not have been for a college football scholarship or a sports scholarship in general. But there are a lot of kids that come there just so they can play in the NFL. He's right about the point that he made about, if certain schools, he shouldn't have named Alabama. I don't know why he did that. I guess, trying to, poke the bear or whatever. But there are a lot of schools that what you need necessary to get into these particular schools, the requirements are a lot lower than a bunch of other schools. Like to get into Georgia Tech and to get into Stanford and to get into Duke is much different and much harder than getting into most of the big-time Division I pro-style football programs in college football. It just is. Like what you need academically on your SAT and your scores or whatever to get into Duke, to play football at Duke, are much different than what they are at Alabama. And for that matter, Arkansas and Michigan and Florida and USC and for all of these different places, and they vary. I don't know if maybe they should consider, and I'm sure they have considered this, to have the standards, be the same across the board for all schools in the Power Five. And I'm sure that has been talked about, but I guess schools have their academic requirements, not just for athletes, but for the regular students as well. But, I mean, it's simple. It's a simple equation. If you're studying for football, you're not that good of a football player, which the players at these, schools like Stanford, once again, and Georgia Tech and Duke, their academics are more important to them, seemingly, than a lot of these powerhouse, type football programs like Alabama or like a Florida or like a Michigan or like an Ohio State or whatever. So I understand exactly what he's saying. You don't have time to really devote like a real student to your studies if you play football. And I've mentioned this before as well, man. I mean, your day starts out at like 5 o'clock. This is my personal experience, and this is 25 years ago. And this is at Division II football in Newberry College in Newberry, South Carolina. And even for a short little time at South Carolina State, you wake up at 5 o'clock, you lift weights, after you lift weights for an hour and a half, then you go get breakfast, then you go to class. After class, you have practice. After practice, you got study hall. After study hall, then you got film session, or actually you have film session before study hall. So when do you find time to actually devote to what you're in college supposedly for, with that schedule? So the whole thing is a sham. The NCAA is a sham. This whole thing is a big money-making proposition. I agree to a large extent of what dude is saying, that they're not there to help you excel academically. They're there to make sure you're eligible so you can play on the field. And this whole charade, you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, this whole charade about student-athlete and we care about athletes, it's just that. It's a charade. Everybody knows that this is a money-making endeavor. And the NCAA and these programs make millions and millions upon hundreds of millions of dollars. And to say that you care about these kids, man, is bullshit. Now, a lot, like I said earlier as well, a lot of kids that play college sports, a lot of them, and I don't know what the actual breakdown as far as percentages and numbers are, a lot of kids that go to college excel. They're able to juggle football and academics better than a lot of other players. He also said that a lot of guys come to college just to go to the NFL, and that's probably true. They have these restrictions on hand where, you have to be in school so many years, you can't become eligible, even though there are a lot of cases that of players that actually could play in the NFL earlier. And if you're talking about all the sports, basketball, definitely there's been a lot of players that can, go straight from high school to the NBA or 1 year in college and go to the NBA, which they do nowadays. But, yeah, I mean, they make them go to college because if you go to college, you have players to field, to sell tickets, to make money for the university, to make money for the NCAA. I mean, it's all a big charade, the whole thing of amateurism and student-athlete. It is what it is. They're making money off these kids, and they could give a rat's ass about what they're doing academically. as far as making them academically eligible to play on Saturdays. What are your thoughts about that? Yeah, what are your thoughts about that, man? I agree with this kid. That's the title of today's show, Truth and Lies. He's telling the truth. Josh Rosen is telling the truth, the absolute truth. And was he telling the truth about Alabama? And what type of team would they have if they had the academic bar, I guess, as, some of the, elite academic schools like the Dukes and the Stanfords and the Georgia Techs of the world? Their talent level would go down. Not that all great athletes aren't good students, but a lot of the players that Alabama has on their team, and I hate to even just single out Alabama, a lot of the great talent on a lot of these powerhouse football factory type schools, a lot of the players would not be able to qualify to get in some of the upper echelon academic schools. That's a fact. I don't know why he named Alabama per se. I mean, he could do the same thing. He goes to UCLA. He could do the same thing for USC probably. He could do the same thing for Colorado and Washington and Michigan and Ohio State and South Carolina and Georgia. Definitely Georgia, My brother and his Tech teammates talk about it all the time. If you're new to the show, my brother Ron Stewart went to Georgia Tech. And they talk about it all the time about how, of course they're going to win football games because half of their players wouldn't even qualify to get into Georgia Tech. I don't know how true that is, but they always chime Georgia about their academics. And Georgia, they chide Georgia Tech for the fact that they've had their number. Georgia has won that series convincingly over the years. But it's the truth. He didn't say anything. It's the fact that he just said it, I think, that kind of catches people off guard, that he actually said it. It's almost like the elephant in the room. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows what he's saying is true to a degree. To what degree that is, that's up to you. I'm sure that a lot of people can make the argument what he said is true to a large degree. But everybody plays this game like they actually got these student athletes, quote-unquote student athletes' best interests at hand. Such is not the case. When we get back from the break, I'm going to read some messages in the chat on Spreaker.com. Special Spreaker edition of the Doug Stewart Show. As we had a server problem on the DougStewartShow.com, and so the show wouldn't stream. I don't think that's actually on the website's end. I think it's on the there's no thing about it. I think it's on the server's end for the particular web platform that we use to broadcast. But that's neither here nor there. It's all good. We on Spreaker.com today. Back in 3 minutes. Don't go away.
This is #1 Chief Rocker Jersey Vern on a Recap Monday doing his recap show. We're going to talk about sports, entertainment. We're going to have call interviews, on the spot calls. This is just a show that will bring nothing but passion and joy and understanding to all the listeners on the Two Live Stews radio platform. The #1 Chief Rocker Jersey Vern.
Ooh, China Nicole, yeah. It's a joy to be happy, happy in everything. I am good with me. It's a joy to be happy, happy in everything. I am good with me. I can feel it in the air. Oh, what a feeling when you let go of your stress. Just swirl your hands up in the air. Everybody jump and dance and feel nice. If you know say you don't want no stress and now you let know you can't kill my vibe. Oh, what a feeling when you wanna touch the ceiling. Just free your happy with your soul. It's a joy to be happy. Happy and